taking place this evening from the computer models for next week. They are beginning, or the GFS model is beginning to shift towards a colder outcome for next week. So we're going to have a very quick run through the charts. This is the GFS, what we're starting off with here. We've got the low pressure up around Iceland for Monday, the 14th of January. Remember, this is the key, really, this low pressure here. If it pushes down across the country, it does help set up a colder spell going on into the middle of next week. Now, earlier on, the GFS wanted to establish southwesterly winds next week from around Wednesday onwards and push the Atlantic through. What does it do tonight? Well, here we go. Through the course of Monday, we've got this trough moving down across the country. The main low is still staying off the coast of Norway, but the suggestion here is that we elongate this trough down across the country on Monday. This will be taking snow, I think, across many parts of the country on Monday, outbreaks of snow. And then beyond that, we sort of stall the Atlantic here. This is the period by Wednesday the 16th where the GFS model was trying to push the Atlantic through. It's not doing it with as much conviction tonight, and instead out to midweek we keep it cold really across many parts of the country, particularly England and Wales, but also the suggestion really for a lot of Scotland will stay cold at least until the middle of the week. Now, beyond this, the GFS then wants to push the Atlantic through, but it's beginning to wobble around Monday, and I think we have got to look very closely now at the GFS starting to backtrack on its idea that it's going to turn milder through the middle of next week. The UK Met Office model for Monday shows again we've got the low pressure to the north of the country trying to push southwards as we go beyond that into Tuesday. Well, the energy splits, I think, really. We keep some of the low pressure up to the north of the country, but we also take some of the low pressure down across the country again. It could well produce some sort of snow event, particularly in eastern parts of the country, I think, later Monday into Tuesday, and it generally keeps it cold then into the middle of the week. We have the pressure beginning to build as we go into Wednesday. High pressure is building with low pressure showing signs of stalling in the Atlantic and possibly sending up more warm air advection into the Arctic, which could just promote this area of high pressure even more over Scandinavia. The GEM, the Canadian model, this is for Sunday. As we go beyond this period, we're going to find that the low pressure to the north of Scotland will push southwards through the course of Monday into Tuesday. There it comes moving down across the country again. The suggestion that it could be taking some sort of snow event down across the country Monday, Tuesday, and then eventually we're going to end up with this east to northeasterly flow and the blocking area of high pressure still establishing to the north. And then finally the ECM WF model, the low pressure again around Iceland as we go into Sunday. Beyond that, the low pressure starts to try and push southwards through Monday again. This could well be taking snow down across the country. Very difficult to say where that snow will be, but I'll be keeping you updated on it. And then beyond that, we establish this very cold easterly wind as we go into the middle of next week, a real easterly setting up there with these low pressure systems being pushed southwards. This is a colder and more snowy situation for next week than we were seeing on the midnight run of the ECMWF. The lunchtime run is a colder situation into the middle of next week. Very cold easterly winds establishing. Look at that low pressure to the southeast as we go into Thursday. That would be a real snowmaker across much of England and Wales, heavy snow and a bitterly cold north easterly wind going out beyond that, and even out to the end of next week. The ECMWF keeps it very cold, and this low pressure moving into the southwest will probably be bringing yet more snow in across the south. So if the ECMWF model is right, we're looking at a lot of snow next week and some really cold weather as well. Now, I'm not sure next week's weather will be that extreme, but certainly I think the evidence tonight is that we're edging more towards it staying cold throughout next week. The GFS model is definitely wobbling on its idea that Atlantic winds will re-establish by the middle of next week. So obviously I'll be keeping you updated. Keep checking back to GazWebBiz.com. There'll be constant updates being posted throughout the next few days. We've also got the situation over the weekend, Saturday. So yeah, there'll be updates going on all the time. Keep checking back. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.